Alright, Captain Adam here. Gonna go over our setup for an 8-inch Dreamweaver spin doctor. This is very similar for what I use for 8-inch paddles as well, small paddles or fin paddles, or the flip fin. So pretty much everything in the 8-inch. First, I have my Suffix 30-pound Invisalign. You can definitely use 40 or 50-pound. It's probably a better option. I just like to live on the edge. So here I am, living on the edge. I got a VMC 9650. This is in a 1/0. I do use number ones as well, so 1/0 or number one. And on this one, I have a Crush Glow black, and I'm going to put a green crinkle from Dreamweaver Action Fly. So here we go. First off, 8 inches. I'm going to go from here. I'm going to go to about here. So this should be about 26 inches. And I'm going to measure so you all know. Alright, we're going to have to edit that. Alright, so alright. First off, we're going to take our Invisalign and we're going to measure it off tips of the fingers to about your shoulder. This should be right about 30 inches of line. So I'm going to cut the line. When we're all said and done, from the hook to the loop is going to be about 28 inches. So first off, we're going to take our hook, we're going to tie our uni knot. You can use a fisherman's knot, you can use a polymer knot, you can use whatever knot you would like. I like to use a uni. I use it a lot, so that's my go-to. So we're tie our uni knot. Anytime you're going to cinch your knot down, you always want to add a little bit of lubrication. Just keeps that line from burning on itself. And then I'm going to trim it off with about a 1/4 inch of a tag. If you leave a 1/4 inch tag, it really can't come untied, which is important. Next off, we're going to take our beads, one of which has escaped me. Some guys use 4 beads, some use 5. I like to use 5. I don't really know if it makes that much of a difference. I like the hook, the shank of the hook to be right at the base of the fly head. I'll show you that in 1 second. Thanks. Have one more bead. If you're going to tie your own stuff, this is a great little thing to have with a couple different sizes of beads. I got 8-inch or 8 millimeters and 10 millimeters in here, but it's a good box to have on your boat, always ready to go. If you need a bead, they're right there. We use beads for a lot of different things, to protect knots, to protect swivels, that sort of thing. And then on my Action Fly body, I'm going to slide that on there. I'm going to run it so it has a lower profile, and as you can see, the hook is just right at the bottom of the tinsel there. Now you could run this the other way as well, and you would get more of a wide profile at the head. I'll show you what that would look like. You'll get that kind of poofier look. So people like to run them either ways. I like the smaller profile. Works really well for me. Alright, next, on the other end, so we have our fly assembled. On the other end, we're going to tie a double loop knot. So we're going to make a loop, and then 2 overhand knots, or 2 passes around on an overhand knot. It's also called a surgeon's knot, I do believe. If I'm incorrect, correct me in the comments. So then I'm going to show you, on the new Dreamweavers, you have a barrel swivel with 2 snaps. So you can simply open the snap, put it on. There's a bunch of different configurations of this. On the old way, a spin doctor just had a swivel, and on that, if that was the way that it was going to be, like this, then what I do is I would take that loop, take the swivel off, go through the ring of the swivel, go around the snap, and then let it cinch back on itself. So that's kind of the old way if you don't have these new style swivels, and it would look just like that. We'll get you a close-up view of that. And but then you're ready to go. So now you got your spin doctor. and your green crinkle ready to go.